Hello everyone, welcome to Cellopedia, this is Maxim. Today we will work on the upper fifth position using the exercise number 203 from Dotzauer-Klingenberg Cello method. If you don't have this music, you can download it for free. Just follow a link in the description. In case you don't need to hear my explanations and just want to hear how it's supposed to sound, you can find time stamps in the description of this video and just hear me play. We will start from the beginning, exercise number 203. First few measures are in the tenor clef. Remember to pay attention to that. That makes a huge difference. So the first note is F sharp. Let's find it. It might be helpful to know that this note is very close to the imaginary line you can trace from here over the fingerboard. It will not make you to play 100% precise, but that's a good point of reference to start with. The first three notes, the distance between them is the whole step, so you will have to extend your fingers. It would be impossible to play those notes in the first position. The extension would have to be too large for normal fingers. But in the fifth position, it's already possible. Now you have to move to the D string and you will have B, C sharp and D sharp. You have to extend your fingers the same way as on the A string. The next two measures, you move to the G string. Here, the notes look the same as in the previous two measures, but there is one difference. Now you have to play in the bass clef. So this way you have to play E, F sharp and G sharp on the G string. To play in high positions on the lower string, you'll have to make sure that your elbow and your forearm in a higher position. Otherwise, you will have very hard time reaching all those notes. So help yourself lift up the elbow and you should have much easier time playing those notes. And last two measures, you have to play on C string, A, B, and C sharp. You might want to try it several times to get used to extending your left hand and moving from the A string to D to G to C strings, gradually lifting your elbow. And after that, you can play together with me the whole line. Now tempo quarter note 60. Let's continue now. I think you are ready to play more interesting melodies. Well, maybe we cannot call this a melody yet, but it's still much better than just to play a part of the scale. The second line. Here you will have to use the upper part of the bow and play 2 notes slurred, 2 separate, and 2 notes slurred again. That will work this way. Now, let's play the second line together. Tempo, quarter note 40. Do not forget to switch from the tenor clef to the bass clef. If you forget about it, then you will end up playing something different. In the next part of the exercise number 203, you will have to make number of shifts. It's also a bit intimidating to see so many sharps. So let's just play note by note, starting from the first note, A sharp, and it's in the tenor clef, right? Now, next 2 measures. The slow tempo, 1 note per bow. And now let's work on the last part of this exercise. We'll have to learn this long shift from B to A sharp. You might want to play it first few times with glissando, so you can clearly hear this shift from B to A sharp. Now you can play it connecting on the same bow, still with glissando. And when you play it several times, you will be able to play it without much of the problem. Now I will play it for you in a slower tempo, 1 note per bow. After you had a chance to work on those difficult shifts in a slower tempo, we can try to play it together in a faster tempo with slurs, quarter note 60. That's it for today. We will continue working on the Dotzauer-Klingenberg cello method. Come back for new lessons.